And good evening, everyone, and welcome back to FPRL. And after 9 long weeks, it all comes down to this: round 10, Imola, Tier 2, three-way fight for the drivers. It's all down to Noah, Monkey, and Ads. One of them will win this championship tonight. We will find out in about an hour and a half. But first, we'll have qualifying, and in the comms box tonight, it is myself, Crosscree1888, joined one last time by Major Alan. How are you, Alan?
Yeah, not too bad. Just been busy at work this afternoon.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be busy on the run up to Christmas. Obviously, a week to go today. As we see, Ads is the first one out on track, so no P1 on track for now for Diamond Douchey, but we'll see if he can get that sorted out in the next minute. But yeah, it's been a great season so far, Alan. What has been your standout moments as we go into this last race?
To be honest, I didn't do many of the tier 2 comms because of work and other bits. But to be honest, new ads would be near the top in the standings of how fast he can drive. Didn't expect it's Noah or probably Monkey to be anywhere near the top. But let's see what they can do in this last race. Track pens on this one is crucial. Not to get too many.
Track limits, to say the least, are a pain in this track. We will definitely be seeing some time penalties tonight. Yeah, this has been a crazy season so far. 7 different winners. It all started off with Yorkie, and then we got a new one in TJ last week, so he's probably going to hope to build off that. But we'll go on board with one of our championship leaders, we'll say, in P3 at the minute. Does have the chance, as we do actually see a bit of rain, so these laps are going to be crucial. Alan, do you want to take us away with Ads as he starts up this lap?
Yep, I can do. Coming into turn 1, Curb gets the exit nicely into turn 2. Don't do what I do. Got the exit turn 3. It does look like it's going to start raining, so it's going to be interesting. Coming up to sector time 24.4. Coming up a hill up to the second sector. He's got 2 cars in front of him. Hopefully we'll move out of the way of the Mercedes. Oh, he's invalidated.
So already we have seen the first of the track invalidations tonight. Since we have messed up with him, we will go on board with our championship leader at the minute. It's Noah, just through Tosa at the end of sector 1. Obviously goes purple, but he's actually going to stay in behind the McLaren, so this could hold him up. Will be interesting to see through the last part of this lap if he's going to be able to be anywhere near the top. Being held up by the McLaren, I think it is, of Biddle. Should be, since he is on a lap. Yep.
We've seen Diamond Douchey invalidate as well.
Yeah, so and Biddle's invalidated as well, so he should be diving right out of the way for It's Noah, which he has done. But
first car to come across the line to do a lap is Radical. But it's cool. But Radical beat it.
Yeah, Radical, an 18 dead, starts us off. What does our championship leader have in the tank after being held up maybe slightly by the McLaren? Did not matter because he's 7/10 clear on the field already. 17.3. So now it's down to Ads and Monkey. What do they have in kind of reply to that? So we'll stay on board with Monkey then as we go through the chicane of the second sector. Doesn't have much battery left on the run up to the last 2 corners. He decides to use all of his battery, to be honest. So this is going to be a bit of a slow run to the line. As we come round the last corner, clips the curb nicely. As you can see the rain coming down, slightly wobbles on exit, but as he gets the overtake on, it's only going to be an 18.6. So already he's 1.3 seconds behind.
Black lads ain't got a lot of battery left. Coming up to the last corner now.
So what has he got in reply to this one? Is he going to be there? It looks like not. It's an 18.5, so 1/10 quicker than Monkey. But it does show that this rain has probably hindered everything, because now we see the time starting to tumble down to the 19s and the 20s. So already we could be seeing that this session is all over and done with. So we'll keep an eye on Cruiser. Yeah, he's all the way down. He's already down at the 26s, 27s. 26.6 for Cruiser, Biddle at 21.8. So at the minute, with the way this rain's going, it looks like we could already be saying this qualifying session could be over, and Noah could have already took pole. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic, it looks like, Alan.
Yep, the lap times are struggling. Italy's done a 1:21.8, so yeah, it's looks like it's going to be a quick qualifying. That rain looks like it is coming down quite a bit now. Yep.
Yeah, it is definitely getting heavier. We're just seeing a lot of invalidations now on track. Guys on the slick tires not able to keep the car within the limits, as we see that Brett is cool has spun it on the exit of the chicane in the middle sector. So that is really showing, as
Yeah,
Gary has retired. So
I think he's decided no, I think he's decided no. What he's going to do, I think it's going to be honest, I reckon there's going to be wet rain in the race because of how it's been down. If anyone,
yeah. Oh, if that is the case, then I would like to have thought guys maybe went out on inters to see if they can deal with the conditions with the setup they do have on.
okay, Silverside's just put in Twitch, rain getting worse in the session.
So that completely
ruins,
explains everything with him.
Yep.
As Fishsticks comes across the line at 24.2.
Yep.
So yeah, tires are gone. Rain is here to stay.
There we go.
That just confirms it.
Yeah.
DRS disabled.
Here we go. Few people are going out. Few people are changing to the inters.
As I say, it could be worthwhile if we do have rain in the race. Maybe, just get used to it. So if that is the case, then definitely should be a shout to go out on the inters.
Well, this will make the championship a lot interesting now.
Yeah, well, our championship leader is provisional pole at the minute, but thankfully, though, the two rivals are sitting P3 and P4 at the minute, so it's definitely going to looks like it's going to be spicy into turn one once we do get underway racing in about 15-16 minutes time. But as the cars do switch over the tires, Diamond Douchey says, I've had enough of this rain. Switch over the tires, get on to the intermediate. So we'll have a little look on the guys in the intermediate, see what kind of times they're setting, because we still have Liam, Lexus and TJ all to come out to set a time, and maybe the inters might creep them up past Cruiser, as it was one of them. It looks like it's Liam has went deep into turn one on the inters, so already the inters are looking like they're going to struggle.
Next one on this bud is cool. He's on that lap, so he's trying to get his tyres up. And the other, like you said, Steele's also looking like it. Let's see what people can do in these inters.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a learning session. It looks like it's going to be now for another 9 minutes. So no representative times are going to be set. So there's nothing to really worry about for these guys, especially Noah up top. Steele gets a good bit of screen time, so he wants to do a few little wiggles. We haven't seen much of him lately, but at the start of the season, he was absolutely rapid, showing off his previous Tier 1 pace. I think he's got 2 wins under the belt. Sadly, just not enough to keep him in the title race. He was knocked out last week along with Cruiser. So last week we had 5, now we're down to 3. So since Ads decided to mess up his lap, even though Steele has already invalidated due to the previous lap, do you want to just quickly take us around this great track that is Imola?
I don't know the track that well, but I can give it a good try. Oh, Steele's deciding to go off-roading. Coming up to the... You've got to try and get the exit of coming up the hill, because I've learnt in the past, if you don't get it right, you're in the barrier. I must admit, I've done it a few times. but it's the chicane up the hill that does it. Get it wrong, penalties are inbound. But we'll see. But he's down quite a bit this time, but he keep going off. I think the Inter's might still likes going off the track. He obviously don't like these intermediate tyres. Oh, drifting round the last corner.
Yeah, that's
Still showing off.
yeah, trying to show off, we'll say.
Yeah.
Definitely, I don't think it's that hard
Well,
on
but it's
track.
cool. It's just come across the line. He was 6.7 seconds slower than his soft tyres.
Well, if that is the case, then maybe we could see Liam and TJ maybe jump Cruiser. As TJ does just that, jumps Cruiser with a 24.8, so one position's been made, so it's just getting worse for the Ferrari man. He thought this rain was probably making life a bit easier for him, but no. So it's all down to Liam now. He's the last 2 set of lap. So we have a yellow sector 3 coming out of the last corner. Looks like it's a McLaren that is having a bit of struggles. That is Biddle with no front wing whatsoever. But we go back on board with Liam. Since he's the only one to still set a lap time, why not give him a bit of stream time? Because he is in the Kick Cyber and they are in still a Constructors' Championship fight with Haas tonight. So both drivers for both teams have turned up. Obviously last week Radical did not, Ads did not show up, so that lost a few points possibly for Haas. So they're 12 points behind going into this race. So not only has Noah and Ads got drivers to worry about, they do possibly have constructors to worry about as well, if it does come down to it. But Liam does come around the last corner and decides to box, so that's a great lap time from him. So we'll go on board with his teammate then, who looks like he's going to set up a lap at the minute. Yes, as we have a yellow sector 1. It looks like it's a Red Bull, is it?
But it's cool.
It is cool. Coolly getting out of the way of Noah as he comes down towards the Villeneuve chicane and towards Tosa, and you can just see how much this rain has hampered these cars. They're just starting to go full Colin McRae mode and just four-wheel drifting everywhere. As we'll just see how he does through these 2 quick left-handers, because in the race this could be the big turning point of where penalties are going to be found, because that exit is an absolute pain in the hole, to say the least. And I don't know about yourself.
2.7 seconds on his lap time.
So that actually puts him up to P12, I would think, if my math serves me right. So he could split the 2 McLarens. We will see coming around the last corner. Does turn on the overtake. Bit brave, I think, in this weather, but on that exit. But he does just miss out on the McLarens by a 10th. So he promotes him back up to P13. Keeps TJ down in P14 with 4 minutes to go. It's kind of a real nothing session now, Alan. Really, it's not really much excitement, it looks like, going out on track at the minute.
Nope. Another one deciding not to do any more.
Yeah, I think we'll start seeing a lot of that now.
Yep.
It's surprised, to be honest, more people actually haven't retired. So I thought maybe half of the grid would have just straight away retired when they seen. Gary in the chat says, well, that was fun. Not. Yeah. Do all the practice in the dry just to have a wet qualifying. But Jesus monkey, even though you're on the intermediates, he's still throwing that Alpine around like he stole it as he comes up towards the chicane in the second sector. Does have, it looks like, a V-carb in front of him, and he invalidates. I love this game. I love this track. So who hasn't validated that's on a lap? Fish sticks? Will he invalidate? He's only got 2 corners to go, so he should be fine apart from the exit, maybe. Exit. Gets the power down. Was maybe going to get a slight toe from the Ferrari in front of Cruiser, but he decides to box. And it is a 26 dead, so really off the pace of this rain is starting to get worse.
Probably won't be long till full wets.
Yeah, it's starting to look that kind of way. It's really got very overcast very quickly, it seems. With 2 minutes to go, can Liam set a lap? Because
So you mean Monkey's like throwing it around the corners? He's catching up to 2 drivers in front and he's just flying around the corners. Didn't invalidate that one. Getting a lovely toe from the 2 cars in front. Which might as well make use of it. And decides to box.
I'll be back 2 minutes long if you can keep going.
That lad's just coming across the line. He's nearly 6 seconds down on his lap. So yeah, these Inters are not showing their pace. I don't know why some drivers are not pitting, retiring. 40 seconds left, you might as well. We've got Bidley deciding to come out on the full wet tyres.
I've seen that there. It probably is actually going to be wet weather, or it is probably heavy enough for the wet tire, so probably just a shout with what, 30 seconds? Your last 30 seconds in qualifying for season 9? Why not? Oh, that's why not. We can't have a show with these tier 2 guys, can we, Alan?
I do love it when you start the qualifying and it's starting to rain, and then get info saying it's going to start raining even more. It's going to be very interesting.
I'd seen it when Gary, at the start of the session, did say it, but before it's happened to me where David put in the chat, it's raining, or it's going to rain in the race, I got all excited, and it was dry as a bone, so that's why I don't believe any bit of weather information that we get. I'd rather see it. But this time, Gary was right, and after... Yeah. I was going to say a very eventful qualifying to try to be positive, but it really wasn't. After the first 3 minutes, that was kind of everything set, bar the last 13th, 14 positions. It was kind of just a one and done kind of lap, but at the end of it, it's Noah. It takes it by 6.5 tenths to Radical. Haas takes P2 and P3, so it's a good showing from them, especially when they are in this constructors fight. Monkey Boy takes P4. It's exactly where he needs to be, considering he's still in this driver's title. Brett is Cool takes P5. Gary takes P6, being consistent all season in qualifying and shows it yet again. Mongo takes P7. Diamond Dushi takes P8. Steele takes P9, and I don't know who took P10 because it went off my screen.
Valucles just informed me Liam retired on track.
Lovely. Well, the stewards probably thought they were going to get it easy tonight, but already it looks like probably not.
Well, it looks dry at the moment.
It looks dry, but there is a few clouds hanging about, and they don't look like bright, from my eyes anyway.
Well, this could be very interesting now. Do people decide to go on the mediums or go on the hards? If they go on the hards, and if it does decide to rain, they can put the inters on. Well, if you go the mediums, and rain don't come before the mediums die off, you've got to pit for a set of hards, and then having to pit again for the inters. So, choice.
Yeah, we've seen quickly how much it changed in quali. I don't know if we'll see it that quickly in the race, but to me, there are a few clouds that we could be in a bit of danger of. So maybe you could be right with going on the hards if the rain is to come, just to kind of lengthen out that stint to make sure you can get to the rain if it does come. But one thing, definitely, I think, Alan, you raced this on Monday.
Yep.
You would know yourself, track penalties are going to be a big thing tonight. It's just going to be
Yep.
track limit city. So
I got my first 3 seconds on lap 2.
that says it all then.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah, it's could be the track limits could decide our title tonight, and I don't want it to be that way, but it definitely could be a possibility. But
We'll soon find out.
we will. Sure, as we're talking about the title, we've got a bit of time. We will quickly go through the actual kind of permutations that are needed, as Monkey is 12 points behind and Ads is 18, so it is a three-way fight. Noah Tix is P1, so it's kind of all up to him and he responds, as if Monkey wins, Noah needs to get P5 or with the fastest lap or take P4. If Ads wins, then Noah can only get to really P6 and knocks Monkey straight out of it. Monkey can win this still with P2 or all the way up to P4. But if he gets P2, then Noah could get P7 with the fastest lap or take P6 and he'd be crowned champion. But if Ads take P2, then it keeps Monkey in the chance, because if he can get P4 with the fastest lap or P3, then he could still be in the chance, and then it's all down to Noah. So this could get very interesting. And that's only the top 2 positions. It goes all the way down, I think, to P4. If Monkey gets P4, then all Noah has to do is grab a single point. So that would be P10, since no fastest lap will be awarded if he is under P10. But we will keep you updated as the race goes, as we should be starting to go pretty much any minute now, I would think. But how do you think these 3 drivers, their nerves, going to be feeling going into this race, especially Alan, with how close they are on the grid? P1, P3 and P4.
They just, I reckon they just want to get these media, they want to try and get further down the field with these mediums, so then get the gap. So if it does decide to rain, they can do an early pit. Monkey's already overtaken Collateral Lads.
Yeah, we've already had our 5 red lights and we are away. Monkey, we could see trying to go round the outside.
Oh, yellow flag.
Radical that was pushing him onto the grass, but Noah has got away clean. The 2 has to stay P2 and P3. We do have a yellow flag at the back. There's Mongo, and it looks like Biddle was involved in that as well, as he is a bit behind the field. But yeah, it looks like already Noah's got the pace on the rest of the field, 1.3 seconds away. And it looked like the Haas of Radical was straight away helping his teammate out, and will he do a bigger favour by letting Ads go already lap 1 the cheat after Noah, because they don't want this gap to get too big too early, and try to hold off Monkey in behind as we go down through the field.
By the way, your mic is crackling, by the way.
Okay, no problem. 2 seconds if you want to quickly flip over it.
No, it's Noah. He's gained a 1.8 second gap already to Radical. Ads is closely behind. So is Monkey, who is fighting for the championship also. They're all starting to getting some gaps between each other. Oh, and that car. I think that has ruined Monkey's chances to get the first 3 seconds on the second lap,
So,
which I don't think will help him too well.
safe to say then, Monkey's done an Alan then.
Yep.
Completely. He's heard what you've done and he's just thought, I'll follow that there. But, yep. One of the title contenders already got a 3-second time penalty on lap 2, so that's really hampered his chances. Interestingly though, Radical hasn't let Ads go yet, which if I was Ads' teammate, I would let him go straight away off the line. I would not want to be in his way whatsoever. I don't want to be any part of that blame. But we're down through the field. Looks like everybody else has got cleanly away as we see the kick cyber of Liam looking in around with Cruiser. Doesn't get anything made there yet as we see a bit of locking up, but now we'll start to see the DRS train come alive as it always has done this game as Ads sets the fastest lap. Obviously a bit of DRS assistance and it looks like he's got past his teammate of Radical, so now he's on the charge to get Noah. 3 seconds is the gap. We will keep an eye on that in the next couple of laps.
So far, both Battle Lads and It's Noah have got a warning already.
As we see,
close.
Sorry to cut you out because I've just seen that Diamond Douchey has just done a full 360 into the gravel at the Villeneuve chicane. I just caught that while riding on board with Fish Sticks. Just in the background, he went absolutely flying. No damage for him, but just maybe a loss of talent to say the least.
I'll be constantly looking at the racetrack just to making sure people's warnings just to the top 3, the top 2 in the championship, just to see what they can do.
Cruiser gets a bad exit out of the penultimate corner, which is going to keep him under pressure from Liam right in behind. Red is Cool now sets the fastest lap of the race so far, but that will obviously go down as we go through the race. Liam trying to make a move on Cruiser, but in behind, Panic makes a move on Liam, looks for it down the inside of Cruiser. No room there, so he just has to settle for the one for now, but Liam in behind is looking ready to pounce on this Red Bull and the Ferrari in front. He feels like he is getting held up, it looks like. It's crucial for this Constructors' Championship. They don't want him down this far because this could really be hampering their chances with how these two Haas's P2 and P3 straight away.
Especially when It's Noah's got 2 warnings now in 4 laps.
Ooh. Ads might have just loved to hear you just say that. He might give you the best Christmas present you'll ever want just from just saying that. Because 4 laps in, 2 warnings. He needs to keep this very clean now for the next, 29 laps. This is going to be definitely a battle of... okay, Radical. Not want to get in the way of Brett is Cool this time then. But yeah, definitely going to be a battle of track limits, it looks like. Already on lap... just completed lap 4 onto lap 5. 2 drivers with the penalties, and we've just heard Noah's got 2 warnings already, and his Ads is bringing this gap down. It is down 4 tenths in the last 2 laps. Slowly but surely he is getting there, as we have a yellow in behind. It's going to be, it looks like it's Scary and Liam maybe have actually made a bit of collision again at the Villeneuve chicane. Both of them in the gravel, both of them rejoin at the same time. Is there any damage? No damage on the Mercedes and no damage on the Sauber. So at the minute, looks like they both got away with it, but this is not what these Kick Sauber boys need. So unfortunate for Gary. Looks like we might have to wait for his first ever race win in FPRL, as Radical now is the next one to pick up the 3-second time penalty. And Lexus decides, I want to join you.
To take more time off It's Noah as well. He's just over a second behind, so he's taken another half a second off Noah, so looks like he likes his track.
Yeah, it definitely does look like he likes this track, as we have another yellow sector 1. Looks like it's just TJ, or maybe, yeah, it looks like it was
It's TJ. Yep.
As you said that, Noah has been able to creep out another 4/10 on the ads through the first sector alone. So maybe that last lap was just a bit of a whole back lap just to make sure you're not getting them kind of warnings. But saying that, he's went absolutely straight off the line at turn 7, I believe. Has to go so wide just to make sure he doesn't get that penalty, so he's got away with it that time. But already it looks like the pressure is falling on the Kick Sauber boy, because we can see how sideways that car's getting through the chicane. He is starting to feel it. As Monkey Boy picks up another 3-second penalty, so that's 6 already through the first 6 laps. So at this rate, he'll be getting 33 seconds of penalties at the end of this race. But now that gap at the front is under a second, so Ads should pick up the DRS, which he does. So this is going to be his first chance to get very close to Noah. We know how powerful this DRS straight is, but he doesn't have the battery to hold on so far. But it does help bring himself and Bredis closer, and also keeps Radical away, as he has a big moment now. He's under pressure from Monkey Boy Kurt. He decides not to make the move down at the Villeneuve chicane. But now that gap's down to 4/10, Alan. This battle is definitely looks like it's going to be straight on.
Yep.
So through the we'll call this lap 1 of the battle. We'll see how long this will take, but I don't think it will take too long for Ads to get past with the DRS. Just has to stick in behind for about 4 or 5 tenths, and I would say he should have it, because both of them have very little battery, 16-17%, as Ads gets on no battery just to try to recoup some. Radical picks up a 3-second time penalty, so that's not what he needed.
Especially trying to go for the constructors title.
As Steele now picks up the 3-second time penalty in behind Radical and Monkey. So 3 drivers in a row, all with time penalties. Ads though, he's going to look maybe for the move down in turn 1 with the DRS, or he's going to think better of it. Just not close enough. So round 1 looks like it's going to go to Noah, but it looks like we could be in a long one for these two. Crucially though, Ads does need to get in front, and then needs to hope for the best for Noah, because all he needs to do at this rate is finish P6 and he's got this title, as Ads looks for a move down the inside of Toza, but just not enough. It looks like it was well defended from the Kick Sauber of Noah. That's going to leave Ads under pressure from Bredis Co in behind, but they are as you were, so we will keep away from that front battle. Just have a little look through the field. As there we go. Well, Alan, you called it.
I don't like calling things, but just knew it was going to happen at one point. He's going to try go for a cheeky cut, and obviously Ads just pushes into making a mistake.
Yeah. This is now all down to Ads now. He needs to get rid of Noah straight away, because he can't be having Bredis Cull in behind. He's 4 tenths behind with the DRS. It should be an easy one this time, especially with Noah having no battery. As Ads looks to go round the outside of turn 1. He gets that done easily enough with the DRS, so Ads now takes P1. It's exactly what he needed. All he needs now is Noah to maybe pick up a few more penalties, but with already how many penalties are in that midfield pack, you know, he needs to pick up a lot more than what he's got so far for Ads to maybe stand a chance. As we go down through the field, we do have Diamond Douchey and Mongo fighting at the back. Got to give the back markers a bit of love. Why not? You know,
Yep.
their race not basically over, but you know, they're looking for safety cars. You know, they're just trying to keep it bit of fun going on, as it is the last race of the season. And throughout the field, it looks like everyone's pretty much DRS train as you were.
It's those got more battery than Collateral Lads. Speaking of the devil,
So, all square now in the penalty situation. So it is now down to on track between these two. This is going to be a long one, I think, for penalties. But Noah goes round the outside of Ads. Might have been showing the grass slightly. Has got the move done, so he's just done on Ads what happened to him last lap. So Noah takes the lead again. But Mongo picks up a 3-second time penalty this time. It's just a lottery of who's going to pick it up next we see, because Lexus now has got one. But Noah does take the lead again. We know he's got plenty in hand, positions-wise, of what he needs to do. But Monkey is creeping up into this battle. He's got in the DRS. So 3 becomes 4 and might even become 7 or 8, because Steele now is getting there. And this could be a fight from all the way down from P1 down to P9, it looks like. Or P8, sorry, as Biddle picks up the 3-second time penalty. So P1 to P...
all lads has got to do now is to keep fighting. It's done, but it's called to go for a move.
Defended that one very well down the inside of the penultimate corner. Has lost a bit of rear end at the exit, so we will be under pressure now from Brett Cole, who looks to get the move done down the inside of the straight, which will be the outside of the chicane. Tucks right in behind. Seems like he doesn't have enough straight line speed to get the move done. So it is as you were for them two. But this is allowing Noah just to creep out very slightly. And as I say that, Ads decides, you're coming here, boy. As he closes that gap from 5/10 straight down to 2/10 in the space of 1 mini straight.
Oh, Lexus has spun. Out of turn 2, what I've done. Got the curb.
So it seems tier 2 are just wanting to do an Allen tonight then. Oh, it was never going to be easy, was it, Alan?
No.
There's always going to be something going on tonight as Radical picks up another time penalty. At this rate, there's no point of even bringing up the tyres. We may as well just go on to penalties, because this is starting to add up very, very quickly.
Yep. Especially with it's now on 2 warnings.
So we could see him pick up another time penalty very soon, as we are about a third of the way through this race already. He's done what he's had to do so far, but Brett is cool, is one of the very few who hasn't picked up the time penalty. So as you were, he would be P1 on track if it was the end of this way, as Lexus decides he wants another 3 seconds. So that's him up to 15 seconds. But Ads still in behind Noah. Is in behind that though. Steals all over the rear end of Monkey Boy. Does not go for a move, which is probably pretty smart of him. Radical though is starting to fall maybe slightly off the tail of this field. Should be able to get through back to them through the second sector, would like to think. But what have we got? Monkeys picked
Monkey
up. Oh, Monkey.
Lexus in the wall.
Is that a turn 2 again, was it?
Exit turn 2, yes.
Yes, so 2 laps in a row, Lexus decides to do an Allen. That's what this is going to be now around this track. Forget about TJ corner, forget about all that. It's just going to be do an Allen at turn 2. As I thought I'd seen a lot of tire smoke in the background. I thought someone might have collected, but no. But we're right on board with Ads as Lane picks up a time penalty. So at the minute that'll be him outside of the top 10.
He's just made a move on Monkey.
So things are just going from bad to worse for Monkey at the minute. 9 seconds of penalties. Just got overtaken by Steele. So Steele looks like he's absolutely on a charge at the minute in that Williams, because he's made up a good few positions. Seems like it could be one of them nights that we're just going to have to concentrate on the top of the field. As looks for a slight move, but
I'll keep an eye on the middle pack. It was any decent moves.
So, I do like this on board that we're getting actually from Ads. Just shows how close he was getting as Lexus decides to call it a night. Retires in the pit lane for one last time this season. So that is season 9 done for Lexus in the V-Carb. Definitely not the way he wanted to finish it. But on to next season, just after New Year, we should be back for season 10. 10 seasons, Jesus. It's... Some say we wouldn't last this long, somehow we have.
No, yeah.
I mean, through the battles as this league has been through, shite of people stealing logos and everything, and we're still here, still fighting, and still got a 3-way fight for this title. What else could you want? As Radicals went into the box, so he's decided to get off the tires, sticks on a brand new set of hard tires, so it looks like we are going to get to the pit window. As it looks like Az is going for a move down the inside again of Noah at Toza. We've seen it once before, he's tried it again. He's now under pressure from Brett. Is cool in behind. He's went left. Now he's went right. Is he going to try to stick it around the outside? No, he tucks back in behind Ads. Now it looks like we've got a 5-way fight for the lead of this race. Monkey's just on the tail end of that field. You can see still locking up the brakes on no ERS though. So
I reckon the top 5 will probably hit the hards.
yeah, but like to think it should be a
Just
one-star.
watching the rest of the stream on Monday, the mediums were letting go about lap 13.
Well, as you were speaking, Alan, Ads has made a great move around the outside of the penultimate corner on Noah. Got the move done, and he's decided to box. As long as he comes out in free traffic, there is a bit of traffic coming up, which could hamper him here. But if he can come out in free traffic, he could get a mega undercut on this group of drivers. So keep an eye out. Where does he come? Does he come out in front of Cruiser? It could be tight. Cruiser obviously will have the speed here. This is definitely not going to be what Ads has wanted, because Cruiser's going to get there. Will Mongo get there in front of him? It could be tight going into turn 1. Mongo's well in behind. So he's found a little gap. It's probably not the gap that he wants, but it's going to be the gap that he gets, and just hopes to pray the Cruiser doesn't hold him up too much when he catches up to him. Yellow. Who's caused it this time is still picks up 3-second time penalty. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers on the grid that haven't picked up a time penalty. And I've literally just noticed something now. If you look at P4 and how far behind they are, Noah is down in P4 and I don't know what happened with him. Has he got damage? Has there been a bit of contact? Because Breads took the lead of the race. Noah's in
Noah's
P4.
pitted. I will check. I will make sure. If you want to bother the leaders, I'll see if he's got any damage. Nope, got no damage.
No damage. So there probably has been a bit of a collision, but he's going to come in behind the rest of that pack, it looks like. So Ads will get in front of him, and probably a good bit in front of him. Noah's going to have a couple of cars here to deal with, to even try to catch up to Ads. So this is all going into Ads' favour as it is. Brett is cool though, still does lead this race, still hasn't boxed. We have Steele in behind, is on time penalties. One of many, to say the least, at this race.
Yeah, it's Noah's behind Hanukkah and Radical and Clapper Lads.
So Radical, who has boxed, could be playing the ultimate team gear here for Ads to try to hold up Noah, maybe. But we look at the midfield because Fish Dicks is all over the gearbox of Gary as we went through the middle chicane. Have a little look down towards the penultimate corner, but he will.
Monkey stay out.
Monkey is stay out, but Brett is Cool's picked up a 10-second time penalty. So one of the very few drivers who didn't have a penalty picks up one in one of the stupidest ways. Steele comes into the box. Monkey, as you said, Alan, stays out, so he's happy enough on these set of tires for now. He's hoping for a safety car. Could do him very nicely as it is. 'Cause he needs
Yep.
to do something different. With this time penalty, he needs something. So how does this all end up? Where does Noah go as we have cars leaving? He's still in behind Steele and Brett is cool, so that's his battle at the minute. As has been released into a good battle. As
Oh dear.
Noah's. Well, I think it was always going to happen that Noah picked up another one, so maybe he got another set of 3. Just try to keep this set maybe clean till the end of the race is probably what he needs to start thinking now. But am I right in saying the Cruisers actually came out of nowhere and took a provisional lead of this race? He's on 4-lap old hard tyres. He's
Yep.
boxed one of the first, and he's absolutely made a mega undercut, and he's took the lead of this race, not by a bit, but I mean by 2.3 seconds. So he's came out of absolutely nowhere.
Monkey is playing the long game. He stayed out again. 17 old lap mediums. Them tyres must be screaming, saying, please pit, get me off them.
I mean, he's going to have to do something completely different. I didn't think it was going to be this different. I didn't think he was going to stay out, but we've seen already with Cruiser, with Radical, how much this undercut is effective. So he has to pray for a safety car at the right time here to get off them mediums to get to the end. Unless, I don't know, Tier 3, did they have a medium to soft runner? Is that
Yes,
maybe
we
what he's
did.
thinking?
We did, yes. The medium to the soft did work until we had the late safety car.
So that could be a possibility. Have to wait and see for it, but this race is actually turned upside down because though he's only P5, once the top 3 decide to box, he'll be P2, with Noah possibly stays down in P10, maybe gets promoted a couple of positions. So this could be Ads' championship at the minute. We will see. He does have Cruiser up in front, just outside of the DRS. As Gary is trying to make a bit of a move on fish sticks. Can't get anything done there. So the top 3, 2 of them on the hards, they're always going to stay out. Monkey though on the mediums decides to stay out. 18 lap old mediums. When is he going to box? But
Radical
what has he done? I don't know if that was a mistake by Radical, or is he just trying to get out of everybody's way, trying to make sure that he's not...
It's not gone off.
What is going on this race? This is going absolutely to chaos now. Radical goes off turn 2. Noah decides to go off at the Villeneuve chicane. It's just like he doesn't want to win this championship. He's just heaping the positions. If we look at it now, yes, he would only need P10 if, as we says, a net P2. But, you know, he's not really making life easy for himself. And if their safety car comes out right about now, he could actually be in big trouble. I'll tell you though, Hads needs to take an absolute opportunity on this. He's got the DRS of Cruiser. He needs to make sure that he can get this move done quickly and clean. As Steele in behind though gets past Panic End. What are we, 20 laps in, Alan?
12 laps to go.
12 laps to go. If you were a betting man, Alan, who would you bet on to win this title as it stands?
At the moment, I have no idea.
Because it's just
It's
absolute.
gonna be one of those ones where it's gonna be down to the last couple of laps. I wouldn't wanna say who's gonna come out on top. With the penalties coming in thick and fast as they're coming in at the moment, with all 3 championship drivers that are going for the championship, all penalties, they could get 4 and could completely ruin their chances. And
Adds.
collateral as you speak, he's got past Cruz.
So he's made that move once before on Noah. He will get the DRS because the detection point, he actually just got it done before the detection point. Or none of them got the DRS. So has he got that done exactly on the detection point that the game can't give one of them DRS? I don't know. But he's got the move done either way. Now it's time for him to drive away from Cruiser. Hopes Cruiser holds up the rest of them because Ads needs, what is it, he's 3 seconds at the minute? Yeah, he's only 3 seconds. But he'd rather be at least 3 seconds ahead on track to make sure of anything because Fish Sticks is out in front. P3 at the minute, doesn't have any time penalties, and if we get a late safety car, he could be one of them ones that jump up heaps of positions. Radical is another 3 second time penalty to add on to him. We did say it was going to be all about time penalties. It is.
There's Cruz with 3 seconds.
This is really a race of attrition. This
Two
is,
drivers up the lot with no penalties, Diamond and Fish Sticks.
well, you're going to have to probably pick one of them as your driver today.
Oh, bloody
Because you might be lucky and you might only have one of them to pick from. As Steele does get the move done on Cruiser, looks like, round the outside as we go down towards turn 1. So Steele's not allowing Ads to get away anytime soon. He's wanting to stick with him. This is the battle for P1 on track at the minute. With so many penalties involved, we can't really determine who is actually going to end up anywhere. This is literally just going to be down to when we get the time in, we'll know who is champion.
Talking about pit stops, it's the top 3 who have not pitted.
Top 3 haven't pitted, and this group are closing in quickly in behind. So Fish Sticks
Silverside and Fish Sticks on 21 on lap hard, so if they've got a pit at some point, they probably will go on the softs.
Well, it definitely looks like it's going to be that kind of option. If we've seen the rest of the field pit with 13, 14 lap old mediums, so my math serves me right. They're looking to do about 7, 8 laps on the softs. But Monkey somehow, I don't know what he's done to them tires. He is a tire whisperer because he's still out in the mediums. They're begging for a safety car in about now. Fish Sticks gets a move done on Gary. Well, there's your driver of the day. Sorted. Oh, Steele. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Steele down the inside of turn 1. I just seen a lot of smoke and side by side with the Ads. I didn't think that was going to end up nice. But he's got through. So Steele takes your provisional P1 as they've caught up to the back of Gary and Fish Sticks. So this is really now a battle of how long do these guys get held up for, because Gary and Fish Sticks could really cause these ones problem.
Oh!
And speaking of problems, Noah's decided he wants 9 seconds of penalties. And Gary showing Steele the outside. Steele picks up a 3 second time penalty, having to go across the chicane. Gary's getting feisty in that Mercedes. Although he's on 22 lap old meat or hards, he's not wanting to let this one go easy. Steele has to dive it down the inside. Ads has to do the same.
And goes in front of Gaza.
So Ads takes Gary. Cruiser though comes into the box, gets off the hards. This could be a very smart decision from Cruiser because he knows how much he's getting held up. If he can get a bit of free track, this could come out very nicely for Cruiser. But now we've got a massive bunch in the field with what, 5, 6 cars? We'll call it 6. We just seen another one go round in the background. But from Fish Sticks all the way down, it looks like Two Bread is cool. This could get a bit tasty because Fish Sticks and Gary, old tires, trying to battle this one, it looks like. If Gary's anything to go by, this could get messy.
I know for the fact if Monkey comes in, he'll probably have seconds coming off his race. Because I know you can take 10 seconds in the pit lane.
Can you do that though with corner cutting penalties? And no speeding in the pit lane?
Sometimes you can. I don't know if one of the drivers on Monday did it.
If no speeding in the pit lane, you can do it. If you pit again, obviously it'll give you the 10-second
How
stop.
are Monkey's tyres surviving?
I do not know. Honestly,
24 laps on a set of mediums.
like
Are
he's
you
getting
nuts?
caught up like as if it's nothing, but it's time for them to go pop, I would think.
I just made a move on fish sticks.
So he takes that position off fish stick to take what, P2 we'll call it for now. So we'll say Steele is leading this race, barring any late safety cars. And how this ends up, I don't know still with time penalties. This is just going to be... Noah's might not be safe. I don't know. With how many time penalties are flying about. Still, he decides he wants another one. As he's trying to get past Monkey. Going to try to dive one down the inside as he's done it before. Will he do it again? No, he holds in behind Monkey. Gives him a little tap, telling him to hurry up. But sadly, I think this is how quick Monkey can go on these tyres. And finally...
What position does Ads need? And it's nowhere to secure the championship.
So, for Ads, he can only do it with P1 or P2. P2
Yeah.
at the minute, no one can... Basically needs a point. Fish Sticks is retired. We have a safety car out on track. This has just got bloody tasty because he's out in the middle of the track. Ooh.
Turn 2 as well. Exit of turn 2. This has done Monkey.
You don't
Why
realise.
Monkey? It's raining.
No way it's raining.
It's raining. Monkey's on the inters.
Has Monkey... Has he played a blinder? This... It is actually raining. So that's why he's actually stayed out on them mediums. This race, it was pretty boring at the start, but now with what? 7 laps to go? 2 of them under safety car. This is going to get interesting. Rain has fallen.
I think he was pushing them mediums because he knew there was rain coming.
Has Monkey played an absolute blinder here? Yes, he's got lucky with the safety car, which is only going to help him.
Them 12 seconds. Now this is going to be interesting.
Because this closes now. We're going to see
top
everyone. Everyone's going to come into the box. Are they all going to go enters, or one of them going to try to make it on the softs? Enters. It looks like everybody's decided to go the enters. So Steele takes P1 coming out of the pit lane. He's going to stay P1. Ads takes P2. Gary's P3. Noah goes on to the mediums. He doesn't think it's going to rain enough. Has he just thrown away his championship? Because if this is not the right call, Noah needs to finish P10. If Ads stays P2, Noah needs to finish P10. And
But
this
Ads
rain...
made it in front of Monkey.
Noah might have just thrown this one away.
He might have just thrown this Holt out the window.
Because, yes, we see Bredis Cool, Bidley, Diamond Douchey, all with 3 seconds. This safety car is
Well, I
going
don't
to
know.
bunch them up.
You've got 5 laps left. I don't think the inters will be that effective if it's only just started raining.
Well-
Because DRS is still available.
Well, we've seen in qualifying how quickly it did change. Like, these safety car laps are obviously going to be a bit slower now. So it's going to allow more rain to hit the track. This
This looks
Personally-
interesting now.
personally now, I would say Noah's made this completely wrong decision.
Yep.
He might have played a blinder, and if he has, absolutely fair play to him. But if we see
This
DRS
is gonna be
disabled,
crucial.
this could be done for.
This is why I like close total races, especially when we get the rain at the end. And with everyone on penalties.
Not as many penalties, but yeah, penalties. Because at the minute,
Everyone in the grid, apart from two that have
oh my god.
did not finish with a crash, everyone's got a penalty. So this is going to be a tough call for driver.
Alan, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look at the P1 and P3 penalties, 12 seconds, yeah?
Yeah,
So Ads takes P1.
yeah.
Who's P2 at the minute? Gary's going to be P2 with penalties. If Ads picks up another penalty, dare I say it? Dare I say it? Because Mongo's just picked up.
Mongo.
Liam's decided he's going to box, go onto the softs, which is going to be the right call. If you're going to stay on the slicks, you have to go onto the softest compound tire just to get a bit of tire height.
Medium takes ages to the grip. It'll take a few more laps. So by the time the safety car comes in, probably end of this.
We might
The end of this lap.
We might get one more lap just because it won't catch TJ, and Mongo might not be there. So we know
That's Mongo's race we're into.
This is
Mongo can't take his drive through.
Yeah, well, he could take it not just to get disqualified, but then yeah, it's absolutely back of the back.
Yeah.
So we'll find out now. Will the safety car come in? It doesn't look like it. So unless we get an absolute late call,
it would have come in by now. It would have come in just come out the chicane.
So
as he did on Monday.
Any late safety car calls, Mongo's nowhere near. So we do get one more lap of safety car action. We got plenty of it last week. We're going to end the season off with it. Bert Meinlander just wants to show his little face for one more time to the Tier 2s before he signs off for Season 9. This is going to be an absolute hectic 3 laps, to say the least, I think, Alan.
Yep.
So, I said the question earlier, if you're a betting man, whose is it? With 3 laps to go, safety cars in play, you have to say someone. Who wins this race?
If Ads keeps it clean, I don't know. It's one of those I can't really say.
I mean, we've had 7 race winners already this season.
Yeah.
There's only one person in that top 5 that hasn't won a race this season. I think
Gotcha.
everybody would want to see it happen because it's just been way too long.
Yep.
I hate pointing it out because now I know he's going to feel the pressure, but please.
Just looked on the race directory. I know how Fish Sticks has binned it. He's had a collision with TJ.
Oh. There goes
TJ
your
got
driver
10
of the day pick
seconds.
then. Well, 3 laps of action. Safety cars coming in this lap. We said at the start of the stream. We said after quali it was never going to be easy. This
And now we've got rain.
is going to be great. Safety car, 3 lap sprint with rain. Some are on dry tyres. Most of the field are on inters. Penalties galore. This title is going to be absolutely hectic to decide. As Steele takes the field, takes control, decides to go very slowly towards the penultimate corner. It's all when he can catch out collateral lads. He needs to make sure he can go with them, because I think pretty soon we could be seeing DRS disabled. We'll see.
We'll soon find out.
Steele does put the foot down to the floor for one last time in FPRL Tier 2 Season 7. He hasn't caught out Ads. Ads goes with him. Monkey goes with him in behind, who has caught out Gary a bit. But it looks like it's going to be the top three, as you were, though. Noah on these medium tires. We're going to have to keep an eye on him, because he's on these mediums. Are they still going to be slightly better? It looks like he has the grip at the minute, but he needs to be careful, because this could be getting very hectic very easily. As in behind, too wide with Radical and Bread is Cool. Bread is Cool down the inside, gets that moved on the inters. It looks like Panic Endo's trying to get a move done on Noah down the inside of Toza. So Noah's now lost the position, down to P7. Bread is Cool got past him. Noah's off track. Noah's down to P11, and it looks like he's made the absolute wrong call on the medium tires. He's caught this one, and
that's his. I can possibly say that's his championship over.
Barring an absolute miracle, he needs carnage to happen in front just to try to claim P10. But we've just seen he's lost the car sideways. And he's just
P12 now.
Decided.
13th, yeah.
This
has ruined it.
Not a day for the Kick-Saubers to be proud of. This is definitely not what they needed. As Steele stays on the lead lap, stays in the lead ahead of Collateral Lads and Monkey Boy. Gary still in P4 at the minute, has a bit of a gap in behind and in front. So he's pretty happy where he is. In behind, Panic In and Bread is Cool. Still battling their way for P5 on track. God knows what it'll be once penalties are decided. As there's actually contact, Bread is Cool onto the grass. He's gone sideways. He's actually caught the car very well. The Panic End showed him a bit too much of the grass, it looked like.
Noah's hit the wall. Going into turn 1.
So that is championship over them.
And it could also be constructors as well.
Yeah, Radical down in P10, that's alright.
As is P2, so yeah, constructors are pretty much over. Liam's in 14th and Noah's in 12th.
So
they're only 12 points behind.
It looks like it could be doing the double here. It's all down to penalties. What's the penalty situation in front of Noah? No, not good looking for him. So it looks like this is going to be Oz championship, as Steele rounds the penultimate corner, and that's just going to put a further dent in the win for Noah as he picks up another 3-second time penalty. But Steele starts our last lap of FPRL Tier 2. Noah 10-second time penalty, corner cutting. Good night. Simple as for him. Steele looks like he's going to take this one on track. And as I say that, he's left the session. He's been disconnected. Can you get him in quickly as you can? Because his eye could be calling carnage. Az needs to make sure of this here. He needs to be careful, because this AI could do anything at once. He's being smart with it. He's going to go round the outside of Toza. Steele's AI nearly showed him the absolute grass. He's not making life easy for himself, as he's going around the outside of, just about keeps it in track limits. Monkey's in behind. He needs to stick with him. Can't do it. He's going to stick one down the inside of the AI. So Ad's on track now. Is P1. It looks like he's going to be our championship winner. It's all down to another half lap. Pressure from Monkey Boy in behind, who wants to do this on track. Liam picks up a 3-second time penalty just to make woes even worse for the Kick-Saubers. But as we come to the penultimate corner, it looks like it's going to be Ads. Gets through the one corner. How does he get through the last? We don't want to say anything too early, but he's got through the last corner.
He's got past it.
He's got it done. And it looks like Ads is your Tier 2 champion.
I bet he's happy as pie right now. And Silverside, as you said, P2. But this call is P3. Quickly. I bet Ads is shouting.
Ads, congratulations, buddy. But yeah, back up to Tier 1 you go, you sandbagging piece of shit. But we'll go through it very quickly. Ads takes P1, your driver's champion, and your constructors championship for Haas. Silverside Boy takes another podium, 2 in 2 weeks for the Mercedes. Bread is Cool takes P3. Biddle takes P4. 2 Red Bulls of Panic and Diamond Douchey take P5 and P6. Monkey Boy just wasn't his night, it looked like. Takes P7. TJ takes P8. Cruiser takes P9. Steel rounds off in P10. Radical, second of the Haas's, P11, but I don't think he'll mind. He's got a Constructors Champion. He can gladly say that.
But it may happen on the track. He might get P1 and the championship, but it's not all over until we see what lovely tips they have.
Well, for our sake, I hope there's not too much. It didn't look like it was too much for Mads. Hopefully not, because don't want to throw it away in the steward's room. But for now, we will say he is our driver's champion.
What a fight!
What a champion he is. And if you want to invite Radical as well, please add his teammate, because he's got Constructors Championship.
I'm just going to invite, give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to invite him. Where's Radical? It's Radical. Do it now, invite. All invited.
It's a long incident report, but I'll scroll through it. Maybe once, maybe twice, we'll see, because there's a lot of incidents, just in case anyone does need it. And we'll go back up, just in case, as we have Gary in the party this time by. So, if anybody somehow needs it, good luck trying to get at least one of them penalties taken off you, because the amount of warnings I've just seen is an absolute madness. What a race, Alan. What a race.
Oh, dear.
That's the only way that was going to finish. We said at the start it was going to be time penalties. It was going to be madness.
I called it from lap 1. As soon as... And there's Mr.
For Brett is cool and Radical, hopefully.
I have sent him.
He might think you're taking the piss, because it is Radical. You know what he's like. So I'll send him one as well, just in case. We've got 2 of the 3 podium sitters in the party. So if we don't get Brett is cool in the next minute or so, then we should just go ahead with our podium interviews, because that was a crazy one, and I want to hear how that went down from Gary and from the perspective of our driver's champion.
Oh, fucking hell.
Had fun?
No, I thought it.
Radical has joined the party, so that is perfect. So Alan, if you want to take it away with Gary, and then I will take it away with our man of the moment, Collateral Ads.
Well, congrats to Gaza for P2. I know, like you said in start of Twitch chat, it was going to be raining in qualifying. You decided only to set 1 lap and retire. Just talk us through your race and what your qualifying pace was like.
So I'd obviously seen that it was going to rain in the race, but I didn't know how long it was going to be. So I just said to my engineer David, like, let's just go to that rain. Let's just keep going. Doesn't matter if we lose positions or whatever. The best chance I'm going to have to try and get a race win is try and completely outsmart the rest of the field. And if only that rain had come maybe 2-3 laps earlier, I think we probably would have got it. But yeah, it worked out in the end. I was trying to work. I was working with Fish, but unfortunately, Fish retired. So I'm happy with the P2.
I don't know what to say. It's been one of those tracks today. I called it, well, like I said, I called it earlier. This track is a nightmare for Kens, as I found out on Monday.
Oh, that's stressful.
It was just trying to minimise your penalties, but congrats on your P2.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, Gary, can I just say congratulations on P2. Again, just one step away. We'll get there one day.
What makes it worse is I spun, as you saw. I hit the glass into Villeneuve, and it spun. What could have been if I hadn't hit just that glass? I could have been fighting with ads for the win. But I don't think my setup would have allowed me when you're on 15 rear wing. Absolute rocket down the straight, but nothing in the corners.
Just slippy as anything, but congratulations on P2. 2 podiums in a row. So, yeah, great way to end off your season because, safe to say, it hasn't been the best of races at the start of the season. Qualifying's been consistent as anything. It's been fantastic, if anything. So, yeah, congratulations, P2, and hopefully I'll see you again next season then.
Yep.
But on to our man of the moment. Ads. Well, you're coming back up to Tier 1 next season, that's for a guarantee. But talk us through that qualifying and the start of that race, because it was a one and done in the qualifying. And then the race, we didn't even know that the rain was coming. We weren't told anything. We were shocked when it did. How did that all go down for you?
Oh, Dan, that's probably the most stressful race I've ever driven. Qualifying, yeah, I thought I proper muffed it, and that was due to I invalidated my first lap, and I actually had a quite decent second lap, so that might put me up into P3, and I knew that me and Radical had to be kind of together for us to win the constructors and all today, and yeah, just coming into the race, I was gonna go just for the constructors. I thought it was a bit too far ahead for the drivers. But yeah, it's all worked out in my favour today, unfortunately for obviously Monkey and Noah. They both drove a good race. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great battling. It was seen with basically the top 6 at times, but mainly with yourself, Noah, and Steele. Was there much how much pressure did you feel from them throughout the middle of that race? Because it was just non-stop with them two.
Yeah, I knew when I'd done the undercut, we was about, I think, 5 seconds ahead of Noah, so I wasn't too worried about Noah at that point. It was more Monkey. I was trying to keep him in front. I was trying to get the old second place in the championship at that point. And me and Radical was just both back and forth, just making sure we was in front of these Saubers and trying to work out the points in our head while we was driving. But yeah, that last safety car, that was probably the worst Grand Prix I've ever done, as in nerves, and he had Monkey behind, didn't know what he was going to do. Yeah, it was a really good race, and the people I drove with today all drove cleanly, so it was it was one up there for the best.
I suppose your eyes though lit up when you seen, I don't know if you did see, but when Noah put on the mediums at that last safety car, is that when you thought, this is it? You actually had the chance for the win of the actual Drivers' Championship?
Yeah, it was a strange one. I'm not too sure why he done it, because all he had to do was, I think, finish 5th or 6th in the positions that I was in, and Monkey, to win the title. So it was quite confusing, especially when the raindrops started coming on the track and you saw Cruz pit. So I said to Radical straight away that it's he's going to go backwards, so careful going into turn 1, because I knew we all know when them raindrops start showing up on the track, it's too wet for dry. So like I was saying, it was more. I said to Radical, I said I cannot get another pen because I had 2 track limit violations from about lap 10, and I had to keep it on the track. And I said I'm not winning this championship knowing that I've given away a win to Gary. So I just made sure I was just keeping in front of Monkey the whole time. Because I knew if I finished second, I would have won it anyway, or even if I got 6 seconds. But I thought, I'm not going out this season giving Gary his first win.
That's one way to do it. That's one way to make sure you're a driver.
I've just realised, even if you did finish second and you let me win, you still won the title by about 5
You still would have won it.
You still would have won it.
Yeah, because
It's my ego. I couldn't allow you to do it.
25 years of friendship has just been thrown out the window. Fuck you. Gone out the window.
But Gary, he knew he wouldn't have heard the end of that.
It's fine. It's fine.
But man,
Like I said, everyone raced well. Congrats, ads on P1. I know Radical was in the Twitch chat, and I was keeping an eye on people's warnings, so he could obviously tell when I was looking at the sense on how many warnings he's had. So I think Radical informed you the information about it's Noah, but it's like you said, he shouldn't have gone on to the mediums. He should have gone on to the inters. He would have ended up mid pack, not at the back. But then had a bit of an incident on the last
Yeah,
lap.
yeah. The thing is, this all happened to us. We've all picked it. It could have gone the right way for him. He could have stayed dry enough, but it's just one of them. It happened to be in Spa a couple of years ago. Well, I thought it was going to rain, and it didn't enough. But yeah, going on to the penalty points, yeah, Radical did have high pens today, but the lad was pushing the whole race, so he was trying to keep up with the mid group and try and keep in front of them Salvers, which was Kick Salver, which was our main goal going into the race, which thankfully we managed to do it.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I decided to get Radical in this party as well, because you've both been absolutely fantastic teammates. We've seen it all season. You've been giving each other toes. You've been getting out of each other's ways. It's just been incredible to watch, and I think you really deserve this Constructors Championship. You've been the best work team, and to do it kind of in style tonight. Add yourself 2 wins, 3 P2s, I think it was. Radical. You've picked up a surprise win throughout the season. I don't think anybody was even considering you for. It's just been a real team effort, and I want to just say congratulations to both of you for that one. Exactly. You've went down to Tier 3. You've came up from Tier 3. You've won a race in Tier 2 before Gary has.
Come on, man. We get it.
Maybe next season, Gary.
Lads is now
Maybe next
fucked off
season.
with half the other 2 ones. No, I'm happy with it. One mistake.
Now you ain't got the likes of Ads and Monkey in the running,
I'm so glad that quick's going back up to Tier 1.
and it's Noah. You've got that chance of winning that podium.
But yeah, that will conclude the interviews because it's been a bit of a long one. So there's only one thing to do. Good luck, because Alan, choose your drive of the day out of that.
Fuck
Be
off.
honest, you could be a bad. You started P2 or P3, but like Radical said, even though Gary did start P6 or
Yeah,
is it P6?
Yeah.
I
No.
still think Silverside driver of the day.
Fucking hell, wow.
Yes.
No, that
Ads.
was fucking robbery, that was.
Oh, big
Let
one.
him have it. It's the only thing he's going to win all season.
15 points behind the drivers, and I've just won it.
You're 20 seconds to first.
Fucking robbery, mate.
Mate, let me have it for once, for God's sake.
Well,
The only
it's going to
thing
be
is
the
you
only
get-
thing.
Yeah, shut up.
It's going to be the only thing Gary's going to win all season. So, Gary, you're Alan's pick for driver of the day. That will conclude us, though, for Tier 2 for this season. It's been a good one. It always had to come down to the last race. It was always going to be raining. It was never going to be easy. But, yeah, it's done for another season. One more thing is Friday, 8 o'clock, Tier 1s. Although it's done, they might have a bit of a fun show round the lovely track that is Imola for one last time this season. But from myself, Crossgrey 1888, Alan, it has been an absolute pleasure
has.
as always.
Yep. I will
On the next season,
I'll hopefully join you again next season on CoComs. I quite enjoyed it.
well, yes, hopefully I will be with you next season because it has been fun. But from myself, Crossgrey 1888, and Alan in the comments box, it is going to be a good night, a happy Christmas, and a happy New Year. May, motherfuckers.